High blood pressure is terrible for our health. Many doctors refer to it as the silent killer, especially because it doesn't really give you any symptoms until your body is completely destroyed. Now, believe it or not, low blood pressure can be just as bad. If you don't have enough circulatory pressure for your organs to work, you obviously won't get enough nutrients, oxygen, and pressure for any of your tissues to respond when you need them to. Now, you can easily find medication for high blood pressure, but is there anything you can use to raise blood pressure if you need it? So in today's video, I'll reveal 7 of the best home remedies or practices you can use at home to raise blood pressure and keep it stable, naturally and effectively. Hey guys, Dr. Gus here, naturopath, acupuncturist, conventional doctor, and founder of drlandivar.com. In this channel, as a conventional doctor, treat my patients through natural medicine before recurring to the use of pharmaceutical drugs. So if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing and press that bell down below to see notifications and be the first one to watch a new video. If you need important quality supplements for your disease, visit drlandivar.com, and I encourage you to stay to the end of this video where I'm going to share extra tips and video links related to this topic. If you measure your blood pressure, 120/80 is a number you need to verify it's healthy. If the number you have is 130, 140, or more, you have high blood pressure. But having it under 120, maybe 190 or less, can be just as bad. People suffering from low blood pressure usually feel weak or may even experience dizziness, nausea, or blurred vision, and much more. With respect to your kidneys, for example, not getting enough blood pressure can be dangerous. Low blood pressure could even cause or be responsible for kidney failure. So in today's video, I'll reveal 7 of the best home remedies or practices you can use at home to raise blood pressure and keep it stable, naturally and effectively. Number 1, eat more salt. Make an effort to remember this phrase. Everywhere salt goes, water goes with it. Salt, or better yet sodium to be exact, is the #1 cause of high blood pressure in our world. Sodium is a very dangerous substance with high blood pressure, but it's not if you have low blood pressure. Sodium or salt helps raise blood pressure effectively. And you see what happens is this sodium attracts water and keeps it inside our system. The more water you have in circulation, the more pressure you will obviously have. This is actually very helpful, especially if you suffer from low blood pressure. Now, as a matter of fact, sports drinks, for example, like Gatorade or Powerade, etc., contain sodium and other minerals, obviously, for this exact purpose. They raise blood pressure and keep your electrolytes stable for you to function. Number 2, take some sugar. Believe it or not, sugar can be just as important than salt in raising blood pressure. Have you ever seen someone, for example, faint when sugar is not available as a source of energy? This usually happens, for example, in people who are suffering from diabetes or liver conditions. But it doesn't have to happen to you if you know that sugar is going to help you. If you have low blood pressure, try taking some sugar in order to raise it just a little bit. People actually with a more added sugar in their diet have a significant rise in both their upper and lower numbers in blood pressure. Imagine this, just a 24 ounce of a soft drink causes an average of a 15-point bump in systolic pressure and a 9 diastolic pressure bump, and this is a lot. So this is very helpful, and if you ever need or you feel weak and you need to raise your blood pressure, try something sweet. Number 3, check your thyroid. Your thyroid is extremely important. This very small gland is a butterfly-shaped gland that sits in the middle front of your neck and is responsible for activating and accelerating the function of every single tissue in your body, including your arteries and veins, which raises blood pressure. You see, when your thyroid is overactive, we tend to experience high blood pressure. Now, the opposite happens if your thyroid is underactive. You tend to see low blood pressure. And believe me, low blood pressure due to low thyroid activity is not good. This low thyroid function usually comes with weight gain, poor energy levels, hair loss, constipation, and much more. So if you're someone that suffers from low blood pressure and you would like to raise it just a little, check your thyroid. Get your thyroid checked. This is very, very important. Now, even if it comes out okay, it's a very good idea that you try to take a good supplement formula for that gland, for that thyroid function. This won't hurt it will always make you stronger. If you need a good quality multi-supplement formula for thyroid function that has the power to increase your blood pressure, your energy levels, and health overall, look for Metathyroid from Fineland at drlandivar.com. Number 4, drink more water. Guess what single important factor determines your blood pressure? It's water. And if you're retaining water in your system, you will obviously have high blood pressure. This is why patients have to take diuretics. Now, the exact opposite happens if you're suffering from low blood pressure. Drinking more water usually increases and balances out your pressure inside your body. Dehydration, for example, can sometimes lead to low blood pressure. It's one of those causes. Some people may have hypotension even with mild dehydration. Blood pressure tends to be lower in dehydrated people, obviously, and this can happen if you're peeing too much. For example, during the day, you're vomiting, or maybe you have a severe diarrhea, a fever, or you have excess sweating. Water consumption is very, very important, and keeping hydrated is key if you need to increase your blood pressure naturally. Number 5, eat smaller meals. Who would have ever thought that eating smaller meals could actually raise blood pressure? Now, if you think about it, this makes a lot of sense. You see, we usually see a decrease in blood pressure after eating, especially eating big meals. And although this is usually more common in older adults, this happens to happen because blood flows directly into your digestive tract after eating. What happens is that blood goes directly into your digestive system, and obviously your blood pressure will drop. So go ahead and try it. Eat a smaller meal. Another very important factor that plays a role in blood pressure, believe it or not, are carbohydrates. Number 6, check to see if you don't have an infection. I don't know if you knew this, but infections are sometimes responsible for low blood pressure. This can happen, for example, during a flu, a kidney infection, and many other health conditions. And as a matter of fact, one of the worst medical emergencies with respects to low blood pressure happens during an infection. It's called sepsis, or a bacterial infection that obviously goes into circulation and causes a drop in blood pressure, and very dangerous drop. If you're constantly suffering from low blood pressure, I suggest you check with your doctor. It's always a good idea to check your kidneys, for example, that might have an infection, or you might have an infection somewhere else. It's very important to check with your doctor and make sure that nothing serious is going on. And help out the channel by giving a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And if you have any questions, leave your comments down below. I'll be happy to assist you. If you need quality supplements for your disease or line an appointment, visit drlandivar.com. And check out these other videos related to this topic and find out information that might prevent a serious health condition in the future. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you soon.